Alrighty, so I was hovering it over here because I wanted to see what would happen here, and it looks like it's run out of batteries again, which is sulfuric acid. But it's had most of the labs, nearly all the labs running. Hey Angie, how's it going? Yeah, I got all the, well, at least had all the labs going for at least a short while. Yeah, that's the end of that. I'm gonna have to see what's going on with the compression there. I think it's just the things not centered right. The switchy ovary thing. So was it 2, 4, 6? I think I did this last time. I counted 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, it's in the wrong spot. Oh, but that can be fixed. Oh, actually, why is that doing? Oh, look at that. Hey, Fallen Sun, the auto host there. So it's not like I have a shortage of acid too. So oil's going in, plastics in and out. Hello, Matt P. Oh, another miner's done. Hooray! I've been waiting for. Oh wait, I'm standing right there, aren't I? That'd help. I've been waiting for this thing to go for so long. I think it's actually might be down to the last patch. It is. It's down to the last patch. I might even just active provider chest this stuff. And get rid of all this. And just hope that a hey, Kickback Man. Just hope a coal train wasn't on the way or something. Although the coal trains don't seem to come around here anymore. You're all just stuck around there. When they're not just hanging out here. Made the mistake of clicking a flat. That's the thing. You can't tell if they genuinely believe it or not. Hey, Venter. How's this going? I really should also. Oh, hang on. You're full. Is that that's lubricant? Acid? No. Acid. You acid? No. Where is it? Is it lost? I think that's the oil train again. Is it arriving right now? I think it is. I think I might need to build a second one. Looking at that. Do I have? I think I do have tankers here. Even Alex Jones knows if... Isn't Factorio technically... Yeah! You can reach a point where you can't go out any further. So not entirely wrong there. So... Apparently there's none in storage. I thought I put stuff in storage. Like I actually requested it in. Huh. Interesting. Just, like, I pulled it in for specifically this reason. Hey, Shrek got the auto host there too. I'll set that to 6 and 6 and see what happens. Speed beacon... in oil pump jack? Yeah, always speed them. Some people say to productivity, it's not worth it anymore with the mining productivity bonus. And, oh yeah, and today I also want to finish up the stone too. And then move that out. Oh, it's actually working perfectly. It's all kinds of fantastic. Fantastical. I just got to wait for the materials to arrive now. I just think I just saw the thing pull in, but it probably didn't have anything on it. 4 trains all at once. It's pretty satisfying. Even if it does do that. It's tempting to keep it actually like that. Depends on what your mining product bonus is. That's true. Like I'm 7 to 1. Or something like that. Yes, just over 602. I should actually change it back. Now funny you mentioned that. I actually put efficiency modules in pump jacks. I say that and I'm looking at speed module ones. There. Yeah, I actually put efficiency modules in these. Because that was before nuclear power. That could actually be rotated to be a little bit more optimal. Oh dear, it started. It started. I started thinking about how to minimize pipes there, which I really should actually do. I think these do too. No, they don't have anything. But most of the pump jacks here should actually have efficiency in them. Yeah, that one too. And yeah, as I say, that was just to save power back in version 13, version 14. This was an old choice I made. And I just sort of stuck with it. It's just because oil's so abundant too is why I stuck with it. I might actually change these over to efficiency modules again. Just because I have like 20,000 off the damn things. Where's this train at? Also, I still outputting crap. So I left that there. I need to go on an outpost building frenzy marathon thing. How's this thing looking now? 3k. I think it's actually running short on uranium. Ever since I ran out of acid there. I'm kind of holding everything up. Would it help if I actually built this crap properly? Now. Just lubricant. I might need to merge the junction with the lubricant one. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, right. That'll do it. In general, it does. Yeah, I broke 35 UPS. Got it nice and low. Oh, you're, Let's get you out of the way then. I'm gonna need room to shove these trains, by the looks of that. So, curves in, that's fine. I think there is merit in efficiency moduling pump jacks and mining drills, depending on the type of map. If it was a death world, I would go back to doing efficiency ones in mining drills. It's well worth it. It is the maximum power reduction, so it decreases your power pollution, because you're probably going to be on steam early on in a death world. But it also decreases the pollution considerably. What is it normally? It's 1.8 there, and then this is 27. Admittedly, it doesn't matter on this map that much because the absorption is pretty high. That's why it doesn't spread ridiculously. I turned up the absorption just so it doesn't chart new chunks. I know it's kind of cheaty, but I don't care. And these are things you can change in the map settings now. And also the diffusion and absorption parameters in the game used to be very different. It used to be much harder to dissipate pollution in version 12. That didn't actually need to go there. Oh yeah, that's why. Hey Baba, how's it going? Do you know what we're overdue for is another round of Witcher 3. It's been a while since I've been in that game. I really would like to get back to it too. Was that all one block? Yes it was. I never actually beat it, no. I'm still in Toussaint, doing the DLC. Never actually finished the main game. I should actually finish the main game and then start doing the DLC, because when you finish the main game it drops you back into the game as if it's a dream or something. I'm just retarded like that. I remember hearing it was incredibly unsatisfying. Oh, we're solid again. 3,000-ish. There's a lot of UPS optimizations I can do on the builds, various builds too, like the science assemblers could be a lot better than what they are. So there's a lot of improvements to be made there. Similar games so that you keep playing Sacrifice. Yeah, that's what I'm used to. Like, I know, like Elder Scrolls games, once you win the game, it's doing all the add-on stuff gets kind of weird. Bye-bye, rockets. Not quite synced, though. Oh yeah, I have coffee too. Coffee's important. I actually need a third track. So I need an entrance for the trains to come in and somewhere to hold them. Or do I add a second loader? I don't really want to do a second loader. That's the only thing. Need a USB coffee warmer. It's not a bad idea. Hey Legion, just tidying up the acid section. It's something that was always an afterthought on this map. I never see the track junction I never really did properly, and so I really need to actually get on and do that. Just thinking about how to do it though. Yeah, pretty much. For the optimization. Oop, there goes the lubricant train. It's basically, yeah, you just build something and then look at it and see how you can improve it. How can you, like for this, to optimize it, oh, let me show you the big problem. See all these, a lot of these inserters everywhere. So this inserter never sleeps. This one never sleeps here. These never sleep. These are problems that need to be addressed. Because there's items moving through the belt, they never go to sleep. And so there's a lot of active inserters on this map. You can see there, all active. I can actually fix that one quite easily. I can show you this trick too. Probably right now from map view? No, I can't, because there's coal in the way. And that's part of... yeah, that's actually not an easy one to fix. Basically, whenever an item's passing an inserter, it means that it's always active. And so if you have a long run of assemblers with inserters inserting into it, these inserters are always active. And this is a problem. And it goes on. See, like all of these turret inserters are just always active, although admittedly they're always active anyway. Always going to be active. It's interesting. It doesn't need that last row. Hey, made it in. Make sure to buy all your electricity and water gadgets from China. This is the new, yeah, the new transport lines. This is a problem that always affected transport belts. It's just something that wasn't really apparent until recently. So that's one compressed belt. It's just funny. Apparently, Exterminate's having endless problems with belt compression. I gotta look into that. It's just funny because this thing converted through pretty much without any issues. You're out of acid. I think I had to switch over some, swap these belts over, and the smelting, and then that was pretty much it. Although, in saying that, I do have some issues here. Hey, Zombie Robot Ninja. What are your thoughts on sideloading not causing compression? If you do it's easy to work around it, so it's not really that big of a deal. It's funny, on the Exterminator's Discord actually is one of these Madzuri type, no, not that one specifically. A better example is up here. This is what he wants to satisfy compression. So, for those who don't know, the way sideloading works now is it's the same as an inserter inserting onto a belt. So when an item passes through on that sideloading, it blocks as it like it would an inserter. External support team will fix him eventually. So this continuous stream going through here will just sideload unhindered, because it's one lane pushing through, and it's not being interfered with by this lane or anything else. And so it's unaffected. So this combination is unaffected. So they fixed inserters, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, because this thing's unaffected. I haven't seen any issues with it. There's some other issues with loopbacks and splitters, which is still ongoing. What else needs to be fixed? I'm trying to think what else. Not a lot needed fixing on this base. Have I used it? Nope. It shows you how beneficial it is. I think I'll probably go. I need to redo iron, because there somewhere around here is a belt that goes nowhere. Can't see it immediately. It's in here somewhere. It's just a belt that goes nowhere. You actually be able to see it. A belt that's not moving. There it is. Uppity, uppity. Yep, there it is. So it's just a belt that goes nowhere. So, like, yeah. There's still a lot of little things like that going on in the base. Fortunately, that doesn't affect it. I was wondering why there was 3 missing there. And I just sort of shrugged it off. I was like, it's probably fine. There you go. I do need to do the smelter rebuild though. Loop. Speaking of, you see there's a lot of active inserters on this one too. I actually did some experiments with clocking inserters, and as it turns out, that keeps them awake, even more so. Although, given that this is starting to thin out, I think it's time to start doing the smelting soon. Rambling on aside, I've got the engines and the tankers now. To do that. Oh, you don't have fuel loading on this end. I sort of saw it, but I didn't pick up on it. It's embarrassing. I've done that in several places. Let's get rid of all that. Make the train happy. Speaking of train, where is that train? It's not there, it's not there. You're an oil train. You're an ore train. You don't even have tankers, neither do you. Plastic. It is no path, eh? I messed up a signal. A signal and another. Off you go. No, it's because I unplugged the track. So I better finish this. And my thought is to bring it as close as possible here. If I can click the right spot there. Do the old chains. As you would normally. Yeah. It's getting close to that. I might move that down as well. I might also wait for that train to go through. It's generally considered a good idea instead of walking in front of it. You're going to need a signal again. You only need red though. Ah, yeah, it's got green. I'll be surprised if it needs green. There's no reason for it to have green. Of course. As soon as I want to play something, there's going to be a pipe in the way. Go. Get that there. Get you there. What's that? Nope, train. So that'll get it started at least. I might have to pick up and move the train controller over to where it should go. Not the train controller, the display experiment. Okay, that's going to free up all those trains. Should be careful now. Should be careful now. There. chain there. Careful, Neil. Only weirdos from Sydney talk like that. There should be an iron train around here somewhere too. Yep, I think that's the both of them coming in together. Where's the other acid train? Oh, it's coming back too. Base is thirsty for acid. Send that crap off. It's just internally debating whether to turn that round and add more storage. Plate goes first, apparently. I think a acid train just fits. Yeah, one's on its way, but it's going to hit a mostly empty loader. I don't know if it affects anything realistically though. Here it is. Take a look at his steel build, trying to minimise inserters. Not sure what perspectives think it is. Could give it a go. And at the same time, this thing's like already half full, quarter full, something like that. 39, 40k. What is it? 100? It should be reg. Oh, it should be, I say. We'll find out eventually. I think a 75 was halfway. He is good. It's good to go through the formality, I guess. Let's have a look-see. That's interesting. Is this for wheels base? By chance? I think it's the minimum inserters. Hey, Binary Connect Gaming, how's it going? Oh, there. It's interesting, you got the filter inserter on the top to pick coal. It's quite an elegant design, I've got to admit. Doing good, wonderful. Yes, I'll have to see what Will thinks of it. I'm currently partial to putting splitters to break up the transport lines to keep the inserter sleeping, but I don't know what the side effect of that is as yet. Like this one. Where is it? Active state. Yeah, always awake because of the belts going past. But I've got space to deal with it. Let me switch that window back. Here we go. Will likes his steel furnaces. Yeah, it looked like the. Let me look at it again. It looked like it was the filter inserter was to get coal only into it, and would stop iron going in. So it had dedicated feeds for every iron. Oh no, it's to stop iron ore going into where the steel should go. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I misinterpreted it first. I thought there was dedicated feeds, and because I saw the steel going, it was on the left-hand one, going left to right. I mixed it up. Yeah. It's a very good idea. What are you at? 137. You need to hurry up and fill up. Just the top one now. Hello, Nick. Ah. Nick. Ah. How's it going? Yeah, and that'll make it compatible with the current belt loading. It's 1k. That's tons. That actually got full rated. It's oil. There's no acid train there. There is a risk that the acid train, if it sits here, it'll back everything up. I could alleviate that problem by doing this. Which apparently I'm doing anyway, because there's two curves there. Doing good. Chillin'? Chillin' and killin'? Found a special file on an old hard drive I've been looking for. Ooh. How's this look? I think that's plastic's finally sorted. I don't know which train's going to live first, but I'll jump in one of them. I think this should keep it out of trouble for now, though. Found backup for total annihilation. Oh, I still haven't found my copy of it. It should work straight off out of the box on Windows 10 as well, because it's a DirectX game. I think it's DirectX 5. Did you say the nuclear plant blueprint was available somewhere? It's on Can's paste bin. See if I can find it. It's really hard to find stuff on his paste bin for some reason, because they're all named strange. I can't remember what it's called though. Count track, mothball, drill, base move, train counter. Tapped resources, empty barrels. Nope, I'm on the move. These poor trains, they're just not getting through. Nope, still not getting through. As I say, this is why I need to split it up. think I might finally get through. Yep. Spelled as a too non-traditional for wheels preference, of course. I hardly embraced my one. The 16. The one that I did back in September. Oh, now all these trains are getting through. Look at all the angry trains lining up. That's the last one. Oop, I'm going to play musical trains. There needs to be another extra length of track there too. Fell in, thank you for the holiday. Almost home. There we go. That's almost full too, that's good. It's too bad it'll unload unevenly. Interesting actually, that one's... It should in theory unload that one first. Like that. So I always hated filter inserters. I've never found a huge need for them apart from like train unloaders, that sort of thing. There isn't a huge incentive to use them. Having said that, I could probably drop a tank further down. Oh yeah, I did cross-couple these two to try and balance it all out. People say pipe loops are bad, but I'm not sure of that. It's something I need to experiment, because it does equalize eventually. So how's that? Oh, that's down below 1,000. Someone stopped at 621. Yeah, now it's sucking that one down. And that one. Xantaxia, how's it going? Bloop. Yeah. Yeah. How's it looking over here? 2.4 apparently. Just missing high tech, of course, because of the acid. Why are you blank? Blankety blank. Because you're out of coal. Okay. I'll go with that. It might not be enough for these to actually work properly. Don't care about filter inserters until some iron plates got into the iron ore smelting. Oh, so how's it going? It's interesting they blockaded first. Oh wait, the thingy's up here, that's why. Let's have a look what's going on there, up there. So these two are feeding the most. Huh. Why is there a mixture of lanes? Oh, I see. Interesting. How about you go there? Can get trashed. Kinda tempted to do a bit of a splitter and re-thingy the lanes. That's something I wouldn't normally do. It's another one of those, one of them there, those technical terms I've been using again. As in, what I'm thinking is you do that. Normally I'll try and avoid that like some sort of bubonic plague. If only ammo wasn't in the way too. The reasoning I'm going with is on the far side, so you do that. So that way it's more evenly working all of the assembly machines. But I also need to fix this thing. There's none of you in the wrong place as his balancer. Ah, okay. Why do you not do what you should? What do you request? 100. Let me just sort out this first. So I want grenades. Yeah, I want to output grenades again. It's not helping. There. Oh, there's none in the network. Alright, so it just eats all the grenades in the network. I suppose that works. Now what should be happening is it should be alternating between the two. So... let me scroll back. Let's see. There's an underground in the wrong place in this balancer. So the coal balancer, is it? I'm guessing. Also that. Get rid of the weeds. I did a decoratives regenerate, so there's weeds everywhere now. Or is it there? I'm not really sure. I might walk somewhere else. Is there? There's only half underground in the coal. Oh, there's only half coming in there. The balancer won't rebalance lanes. It'll only balance whole belts. Oh, yeah, there it is. If that's... never mind. Never mind. Thank you. That might actually explain a lot. I'm going to assume there's a traffic jam appearing down there. Yeah, sort of. I like looking there. How's it handling? Iron ore is struggling very badly. That's almost empty. That's borderline. 1.1k. This one will be, yep, nearly empty. This one probably was about to be empty. I'm guessing steel's probably out then. Yeah, it's nearly empty. Because if, yep, these three are out. So 3 lines of steel not running. You actually see they've dropped down to a half. Which means they're going to run a steel shortage soon. More iron outposting. How are the irons doing? They're all doing strong. Number 3 needs to be pulled up. Where was number 3? Was it up here? No, there was 6 up there. 2... I always forget. There it is. I always forget where it is. Where these things are at. I might as well get it deconstructing itself. There's no need to keep it. Oh, actually, there's still ore here. Can you explain the control center? Someone's new to the stream? Hey, I always forget to explain stuff for people who are introduced new to the streams. Yeah, this is my Negabase. Produces 2 red belts of every science pack. I don't know if you know that part already. 2 red belts of each science pack, which is 3,200 per minute. And yeah, so all of the outpost trains are controlled here. And this is a display for the whole thing. What it does, it takes how much is in the unloads and compares it with how much is in the outpost and sends out trains accordingly. I've only been asked 3 or 4 times in a stream. No, this is only the first time today. Yeah, what else? You'd think I'd be good at summarizing this thing pretty quickly now. What do I think about the game Railway Empire? It seems a bit like Railroad Tycoon 3, if anything. I don't know if I want to get it or not. Yeah, it's like the iron here. Well, these lights here tell you how much demand there is. So there's no demand for stone right now. There's a huge demand for iron because there's 4 lights on. And a tiny demand for copper. And that reflects the quantities here. It says 1.3 million copper. And this tells it how much is there, 1.7. It says 1.3 out of 1.7. Is use Lost Six Train? No. No mods at all. 565,000 iron ore is in the unload, which is not a lot, considering it holds 3.3 million in all of the train unloaders. And 150,000 stone, and has 153,000. 150,000 is equivalent to one of these unloaders. Just there. I probably should add a second one, or I should have incorporated a second one. That's probably one of the mistakes that I made. Yeah, there's 22 train unloaders. That's why there's so much iron. Why are you stopped there? Or is it just such a bad traffic jam? Seems to be clearing though. There's a great clip of Clowntown's goof on... Ooh. What was the thing he said? Christmas... it was Curiosity Killed the Cat, and it was Christmas something the cat. It was hilarious. Christmas. Christmas busted the cat. Christmas busted the cat. Yeah, so... I can't really show a good example of it. Like, there's no ore weight. Like, this one... Twinson playing Subnautica, is that a good sign? Well, at least he's not thinking about nerfing belts. Giving Dvorak's ideas. Having inventory management. One of the problems having inventory management. How do you deal with dump boxes to keep your inventory light? I actually have in active provider chests basically everywhere. I actually keep them on my inventory as well. To get rid of stuff. I actually have an inventory management problem in the sense that I'm always carrying too many blueprints. I'm also auto-trashing a lot of stuff. And that's really the best way to do it, is to auto-trash. So I don't have... I pretty much always put ores and plastic in the auto-trash. I actually have caps on how much of this stuff I can hold to, so I request 100, but I also auto-trash at the same... or I say 100, it's one stack of each of these, but I also auto-trash more than one stack, so if I get more, it just automatically auto-trashes, so I always have one stack on, or more or less on hand. I'm also carrying landfill, which I don't need to. And I tend to throw away stuff, like, whenever I'm just generally check it every now and then. And throw away this sort of stuff. Single items that are just taking up space. I think that's about right for now. Don't actually need those either. Or those. I can't think of anything else much with the inventory management. Belt base is so nice because you have a giant support network. Yes, that's true. That's one of the advantages of this base, is that there's a whole robot logistics network that just deals with that sort of thing. Just wish there was a... Hey, Jiron. It was a good way to get rid of junk that will never be used again. Better miners. Yeah, that's... Or launch it into space. Or, I actually have a... there it is. The salute to the old, science products. I should, do something about the ones that are in the network now. Did I get rid of all that storage too? I just saw there were some empty chests. I think I did. Yeah, I have. Yeah, because all the coal's gone from the network now. So 16,000 efficiency ones. You can tell I used them a lot. $35. Yeah, it's come down quite a lot. We're up to 3,000 per minute. It's basically getting pretty close to full speed on the base. Finally. All those Skittles. How far off is it? Not very far. Just needs to get high tech down there. That's the problem, is that it's exactly 3,200 on these belts. It needs to be compressed. And it consumes exactly 3,200, so it takes ages. Put in a chest near a Python base. No, I don't have alien goo anymore. That was all removed when I converted. I don't think I had that much anyway. I turned most of it into science or something. Alrighty, let's have a look-see. Over here. I realised, at least for some of these, I can move the beacons. Something like that. Because apparently I thought ahead and put the two science packs together. Now I can do that. And then I just got to figure out how to... how the hell am I going to do that? That one's easy because it's inserting on the far side. This one's inserting on the close side. It's a lot harder to deal with. Could do that. Yeah, that works. I got the science skittles sorted out. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the modules use the goop as well. Most of my goop went into modules. I've forgotten all about that. It used, what was it, one goop for the level for each level 3. It was kind of silly, really. So why is that coming through? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it takes priority. That makes sense. Yeah, that kind of side loading here isn't good. But if it was a single lane side loading, that's fine. You don't miss artifacts. Hey, Rico. Yeah, I don't miss them either. Especially if you're doing a RSO type world and you need like 120,000 of them. Yeah, completely forgot. So did I. Oh, you're putting it on the wrong side. That explains a lot. It kind of bothers me. Just doing that. Can I do anything about it? Is the question. Maybe. Could actually probably do the same thing there. Just make it a little bit more... That actually feels a little bit more elegant. And you don't really notice that that's happening. How's it look down here anyway? Oh! Booger it all. It's on the wrong side. I have a dumb way. There we go. Technically it's a little bit worse for active inserters, but oh well. And then you insert on the proper side. There's got to be a better way to do that though. Surely. Hey Israel, how's it going? I should satiate that. Yeah, I gapified the red. It's nearly there though. Hopefully it'll recover before it's an issue. And that's sorted that out at least. Kept gooping the game for a nuclear energy booster. That's something that would have made more sense. Was to make it something, or at least limit it to combat. There it is, solid again. What are we at? 3,200? Yeah, basically there. I think it's like 1 lab short, 2 labs short. I don't know about nuclear fuel boost, because then it kind of disadvantages peaceful worlds. At the same time, it's kind of the penalty you pay for having a peaceful world, is that it's slightly harder to do. But then people just mod it in anyway. Or then again, people just mod in cheat items anyway. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. Oh, apparently I've done that there already. But it's the wrong. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Wait a minute. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay, so that one, the greens are okay. The idea is it should produce two halves, and then they merge together, and that produces the two full belts. So that's fine. Yeah, they want to make it so that you don't disadvantage depending on how you choose to play. Yeah, artillery is there to kill biters though. Like, it automates or seriously improves killing biters. Whereas a bonus that gives you power can benefit just a base in general. I think that's where the difference lies. Like, for combat to incorporate goop, or for the game to incorporate goop, it can only really benefit more combat. It can't really benefit anything otherwise, because that's the direction they want. Now I wanted to check out the military next. It's no nice to be able to sneak between substations now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so it is off slightly. Yeah, I know what you mean with I get what you mean with the bonus. It's just that people complain that they can't get the bonus if they want to do peaceful, but just building a base on their own. That's a bit better. How much does that upset? Quite a lot. Probably Brome too. I can hear him yelling at me now. I guess I'll do the same thing again. Get 2 more of these. So down to 34 UPS too. It's just creeping ever lower. Oopsie. Could have ended badly. Get rid of that. Substation hitbox is basically the best thing since removing alien goop. Do you know, that was one of the hangovers from version 13. Oh, you need that there too. It was just something that Kvorax noticed. I believe it was something Kvorax just happened to notice. Hang on. You don't need to be one of those. There, that's it. Oh, almost. Clear the belt. That's still not right. Now it's right. Why don't you insert right? What did I do to red to make that? Oh, I did actually do that. I could just do that instead with a long inserter. When UPS reaches 0, have you won? Sure. I think that's everything running. Yep, that's everything running now. We have achieved at 34 UPS at 3,200 science. $382,000 copper wire a minute, 133,000 green circuits a minute. I think it's struggling too. Yeah, it is. Achievement's not possible with less than default. Win-win, all buyers are dead. 379, 379, 256, 265. I'm using plate faster than I'm gaining. 15k, 22k. I'm using steel way faster than I'm making it. Using rocket fuel way faster than I'm making it. Oh, solid fuel. 5.2, 5.6. Basically, I'm running short. Pipe's okay. I think all the other products are okay. Yeah, 2,900, 2,600. But things like control units, not control units, speed ones are okay. Where is it? It's back over here. Why are you making? Ah, huh. There you go. Tear it up and do all over again? Do over. Whoops. I need a, like a magic wand to kill decoratives. I got a can command, but it's more sort of just applies to the whole map, whereas all I really want to do is just kill everything in the base. I suppose I could modify the command to kill decoratives within the base. Could probably write a command actually to do it within, just search for decoratives under stuff and then remove them. 3 belts, let's go. Sure. Poor rocket ship. If I switch back over to a production pack science like mining productivity, you definitely feel it. Now, oh, so many weeds. Weeds, kill the weeds, burn them. There we go. Nope, you're backwards too. And you're backwards. Alright, I think we got it now. Hey Sonny, how's it going? I think the meaning was that you can't get all achievements using peaceful. Which makes sense. I don't know why people fear biters and have so much trouble with biters. I never did in the first place. Like, I was a bit worried at first, but then it wasn't that bad, really. It's more just overcoming the fear. As soon as you don't fear them, they're powerless. Basically. Yeah, kill the weeds, kill the weeds. Kill the brown weeds. Probably should go out there and clean that up now. It might be time to do some outpost stuff. Spiders limit the fun? Yeah, I like the distraction they cause. Sometimes you need something to break up the monotony. You see I'm auto-trashing the stuff as I pick them up, as I was showing earlier. So there's a lot of gaps in the... Yeah, that's the old smelter having its effect. I suppose I better do the iron... the stone. Which I suppose in turn does include iron. It's 4 smelters out now. Yeah, see the steel plates really thinning out. Just running out. What's this? Don't fear buyers, but they certainly aren't needed if you just want to focus on building. And it's fundamentally the problem with the biters is they're really an afterthought. And from what I understand, there's a constant. The biters aren't any good, so they don't spend time on them. And it keeps on going like that. I suppose I could also do a filter by that type of bush. Alright, so how's it looking now? So still at 3,200. It says 3,100, but it is 3,200. It seems to round down. 265, I think, was the equivalent. Oh, there's some gaps there. Might change that up. I might bring one of these things over, a 3 to 2. In theory they don't work, but looks fine. Yeah. It's nice seeing that thing not run for a change. How's gears actually? I thought it was 29. 29. No, it says actually surviving. 30. 30? Yeah, I thought gears were a problem, but apparently not. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thunk? It's probably something I'm going to spend on my spare time. It's just killing weeds constantly. Grenades, seeing a lot of gappage. That's also the wrong way around. Just merging it back onto the same lane. There's actually no reason for me not to put it there. Apart from that. So come through on that side. So I can actually move it down there. There we go. And that way there's just not a huge stockpile on a belt, like up here. It is running short on coal though. But, was it 30k, 26k? I wonder what the requirement is for coal. I don't actually know. Let's have a look. So, coal... let's see, plastic bar needs 20,000 coal. Coal is 20,000 because there's no military. So get rid of military production. Change it to military. Let's see what it says now. 29,000 coal. So it's 29,500. So we'll say about 30,000 coal per minute. So 27, it's about right, 34. So I'm producing enough. It's good to know. Oh, speaking of coal trains. They're out and about. Question is... Nope, won't search for... Oh, you're almost dead anyway. Well, interesting, that train won't search for more patches. I may need to do some more coal mining at some point, very soon. But that system is starting to really get strained. It's not working as effectively as it used to. Very tempting to grab that iron patch too. But I kind of don't want to go past the 10 million there. Kind of don't want to go past the wall. I might end up moving the wall having said that. Yeah, there's that one there which is almost dead. I'm not quite sure how to deal with the coal as yet. Whether I convert it over to this system or if I keep it on the current system where the trains hunt in packs. This certainly needs a reworking though. Anyway. Oh yeah. Reminds me, you need... I reckon that needs like 3 or 4 trains. Ooh, that's busy. I think extending that line might be a good idea too. Ooh, why are you so... Oh, it's steel, isn't it? Steel? Hey, can it lift? How's the stackers going below the smeltery? Doing pretty good. I still need to do stone. Oh yeah, I was walking over to high tech before I got distracted. It's been running at 3,200 for, what, like 30 minutes now? But we're running out of steel, so it's not going to last much longer. You see the steel's thinning out there. So I'm going to start falling behind on space packs. How many is it down to now? Is it just yeah, 3. 3 steel smelters not getting... More than 3 steel smelters. Half the steel smelters aren't even running now. Well, intermittently. What's this say? 170. It's just empty, basically. There's 1 train unloader's worth of iron in the unload. That's low. I need these outposts running. I need the 16 to 20 running. What I said I was going to do was add a thingy here. It's a technical term, again. Just keep bombarding those technical terms in. Okay. I'm trying to interrupt this as minimally as possible too. This could get interesting. So I want... What do I want? But yeah, how much does each row produce? So these are... Wait a minute. Why is that all backed up? I think it's meant to push it all down one side. That's why it's like that. Yeah, add a 3 to 2, that's what I was doing. I'm just curious. Those were 14, weren't they? Since the tools hit 14. Let's have a look. So, we have 2 outputs per craft. What's the machine speed was 5.5. Yeah, it was 2. I don't know why I'm forgetting that. 14... no, 5.5? 14? And there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it's 18 machines, which is 1188 per minute, apparently. Two plus 2 is 4 minus 1 is 3 plus 6 square root of Euler's number to the power of -1. Yes, that's it. Considering for something that claims to produce less than a blue belt worth, it's certainly doing more than that. Oh, yeah. So I want that to do that. Something that I've never been fond of, and I'm actually doing it. So that might clear it out. Might clear it out. This one does depend on side loading, which is a problem. I might need to fix that. Hi, Rocket. I could splitter it. Instead. There you go, I used it. I used the thingy. Even though it didn't do anything useful. That works. Hi, Rocket. Bye, Rocket. Junk that. Alright, let's for fun begin. Let's let the fun begin. Yeah. Let's get that out the way. Just keep it running. So I want to see how long it runs for. God, it's nearly over 200 already in the inventory. Just from that. What did it look like? I can't remember off the top of my head. So to that. Right. And then to that. So you've succumbed. I ordered a second monitor for your PC. Dual monitor setup. When I went dual monitors, I could never go back. The first one was actually dual CRTs as well for me. Two 15 inches. 15-inch CRTs. How tiny were they? I actually had a KVM attached to the second one, so it connected to the second PC. Because I always have a second PC. I've had a second PC running since forever. That does auxiliary things. There we go, that's more like it. The important thing is it's using both equally, so it's shuffling equally. That's what you want. 15-inch CRT, you need a second room for that. No, 19-inch CRT, you need a second room for that. Those things are enormous. In ways you couldn't possibly even imagine. You need a second desk alone. You needed a desk for the 19-inch monitor and then one for the keyboard. And mouse and everything else. Sort of wish I still had that monitor. Samsung SyncMaster 940. Max resolution of 2048 by 1536. It's absurd. It's kind of a shame that even now, a lot of the LCDs don't... Yeah, there it is. The space is running short. Nexus, no, thank you for the raid there. How's it going, guys? And welcome to the madness that is this base. We actually just sorted out high-tech packs for those just getting here. But yeah, this is my base with the two, for those that don't know who was in the raiding party, 2 red belts of every science pack. It's actually just been running at the full speed for the first time for an extended period of time. It's starting to fall behind now because space packs just ran short. It's just hit a steel problem. Not enough steel plate. How do you manage to supply enough resources to this? No, mining productivity helps. Oh, look at that. It's more than half of the steel smelters aren't even running anymore. That's not good. Given... Yeah, sort of stop and starting. I might need to distribute the load a little bit. Just to ease the strain on this. I might have to move... interweave the other products with the furnaces. What's this one? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so this is the entire map. There's lots of trains. So I generated this map in version 12 back in May of 2016. And yeah, I'm still only using resources up here. I did actually I was pretty generous with the resources back in the day. Because I intended to be... I didn't want to run short. I didn't want to have to chase resources like Colonel Will did. And it seems I did a reasonably good job of it. I did also... A lot of the work happened in version 15 on this map. So that's why not a lot's happened. Like this wall, dividing wall's been here since version 13. That was the biter change, when you could no longer victory pole. Very tempting to go up there, you know, too. It was 2 by 27 inch. 144. Will be glorious. Yeah. Just think of the hernia, though. You've got a 29-inch G ultra wide with 2.560 by 1080. I've never seen much motivation for the ultra wides. Much incentive to get an ultra wide. Oh yeah, I was thinking if it was a CRT, then the pain of lifting the damn thing. So I think that answered the question of how I supply the resources. I just tuned it pretty well. I got it lucky with the tuning back in version 12. Having said that, like this patch was quite substantial and it's shrinking very quickly. That's shrinking alarmingly quickly. That used to be against the loaders, and this used to be up here. So it is. I am killing resources pretty quickly. Having said that, not a lot of these are running constantly, so they could probably benefit from more trains or possibly better track. Actually, to your dad for a TV I had in the bedroom. I hope you didn't hear that. The headphone cord got tangled then. Also coffee. Ah, cold coffee. Yeah, no mods also. Although NG already answered that. I know I'm sort of bouncing between up and down too much. He was getting 40-inch for watching Factorio. I have a 32-inch TV next to me. I got my 2 Dell monitors. And then the Bravia TV. And the other PCs on the Bravia. Speakers are too big? Let's have a look. Oh, you got the Lego Saturn... Is it Saturn 5? Apollo 11? I can't remember. I really need to get that before it runs out. If it hasn't already. I should have got one already. I need to stop procrastinating on it though. How's it looking? 202k. Saturn 5, yeah. Yeah, everything's dying now. I'll switch that over. I need the mining productivity. I should pump it up to like 400 or 500. Now, let's empty non-track things out. Like so. hell am I going? Let's turn that crap on. Stone 2. So now I've got to go do all this. Yep, it's outpost time. Unfortunately. Just double check there isn't any stone waiting. No, it's finished. What was the other one? I have no idea what that is. Oh, I remember now. That's almost finished. I need to build that too. Alright, let's go on the train ride. Yeah, that Saturn V model is huge. I got the Eiffel Tower. I wonder if it's taller than the Eiffel Tower model. Tallest Lego set to date. They're up to 37 UPS now. What else do we need to do around here? I probably should build the add-on thing for that. It's just in and out. The stone trains overshoot like crazy, collecting materials. I think there used to be an iron outpost here too. Alright, let's get rid of all that. And that. And all that. Just obliterate the lot. Oh, it had to be a chest full of junk. Alright, let's get out of here. There's another stone one gone. Let's do the slow backing out, deconstructing as I go. Might just sling the train right out. If I can manage it without destroying something. I think I got a little bit overexcited there. I better put that back as I found it. There we go. Oops. Oh well. Got rid of the junction at least. Yep, train. Some good wallpapers, the heavy launch. Nice. There's been some interesting photos come out since the launch. Very nice ones. Landing was glorious near 2G. It's an intense landing. Now I'm going to creep out manually and hope I don't hit a train. Because I need to drop down into the old oil base. There is a stone train coming. Apparently it didn't turn. Oops, speaking of train. That's an oil train. That's a plastic train. There's another oil train. Yeah, they lost the core. That hit the ground with, well, the water actually, technically, with quite some velocity. Oop, get out of the way. I gotta redirect that train too. I don't think I have. I don't think I build explosives in the new world base actually. I have to fix that. A smidge fast, yeah. Just a smidge. Having said that, there's still a ton of explosives there. I don't think I'm making any more nukes now, though. Oh. Apparently this robot bot's still alive enough. At some point it's going to run out and the bots are going to zoom away. I'm just waiting for it. Nope. There they go. I wonder where they're headed. I think they're going up there. They're going to service the, That's a problem. Hey, Watches. Having a good stream? I am. Got the base up to full speed, and then ran out of steel, as you can see by the lack of these packs here. But yeah, it's been pretty good. Everything's sort of getting closer to sustaining itself, finally. Let's get rid of that. Try getting rid of that. Just pluck them out the air. Got a new submission? Hopefully Will likes this one. Let's have a look. Oh. My head hurts. I think it'll be all about it. So one thing I try and do is split up the inserts into groups and break them up with splitters. Is that a Kotanuki? That is a Kotanuki. How's it going? I saw it appear on the window behind and I was like, is that Kotanuki? Yes, it was. See how much I can scoop out. About that much. Where's the trash train? It's going to nuclear. Excellent. I'll need to set up a demonstration. I'll do it. I'll wait for the train to go past and then I'll show you what I mean. I might need to load a game. Hey, Kill Bill. How's it going? Good, good. Wonderful. I wasn't paying attention then. Admittedly, I would prefer to pick it up on the way back. Where is it? It's down this way. Oh yeah, and use stack inserters. They're more efficient overall. You can use stack filter inserters too. Because you're only filtering coal, so you don't actually have to use thingies. I'm sad now, there's no more coffee. Ten turrets are engaged with the enemy. Ooh, 43 UPS hype. UPS hype. That needs to be an emote. UPS hype. Yeah, stack filter inserts over a normal. There you are. Hang on to them. Get rid of that. That can all go. That can go. That can go. I'll get rid of that. It's a lot of them. And that. Yeah, might as well. Can I scoop the whole lot? I can. Come to think of it, there's also some pump things over here. You know, them pump things which do the water. Blep. Get rid of all that. And now you can hardly tell that there was an oil base here apart from the flattened shoreline. Yeah, did I say that already? The stack filter inserters where you have the normal filter inserters. Yeah. This oil train's very keen to go. That. Yes, that. What else? That can go. I do like keeping wall in my inventory. So, yeah, could stay in there. Alright, off you go. I think I'm clear. Blep. Oh, such a privilege to have one of these things going to a mining outpost. Oh, this thing hit the old train controller. Oil train controller, probably. Not sure if I have to blueprint this again or not. I might as well. This is more just a souvenir. I'll put it back in the base. Oh, actually it goes with the oil. I did leave a gap for the explosives, but I didn't build it. Okay. There's some bot coverage. You can go down here. This is the original first one that I made, train controller, back in version 12. And it used smart trains. It was pretty broken. Hey, mining productivity. Yeah. Bloop. 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 Oh, the oxygen not included stream just started. The new update's out, so I think next time I'm definitely gonna have to hit up oxygen not included. I might start a new map with the new update. I don't know how people feel about that, because I did. I haven't really finished the previous one, but at the same time, it's nice to start fresh with the new update. Okay, let's get some mining drills down. Once this stuff's all ghosted down, I'll bring the train stuff around. Mr. Dr. Thrash, how's it going? Bloop. Actually, while I'm at it, I was just seeing what Will's up to. He's unfortunately still quite sick, which is a bit of a shame. I don't think I need that many. Just a hunch. It'd be totally cool watching an Oni stream when you start over. I might make that tomorrow. I might start a bit later too. Oh, we'll see how we go. Yeah, where I'm standing was all water at 1.2. Yeah, all that was water. I think. No, it isn't. Because that's... maybe it wasn't. I could always just load up the old map and check. Okay. I have any regrets of not bringing roboports now. Yeah, the latest update is the job upgrade, and so there's more refinement going on to the whole. They've overhauled the jobs and work system, which probably changes it to the point where it's worth starting over. Mr. McCaster, thank you for the vote there. Bloop. Blep. Vomiting bots. I don't know why I find that so amusing, just vomiting bots. Oh, I don't know why I see that as a thing, also. Put that on. I don't know what these are programmed for. Nothing. 1, 2. It's been a while. I do have a bit of trouble getting into that game sometimes. That's why I haven't been back to it. As yet. I mean, it is a fun game, but it does wear thin. Vombots. Yeah. Oh yeah, I worked out too. I looked it up. The... what was it called? The thermal aquifer. It does need to be submerged in water. I wasn't sure if it could or not. But yeah, it needs to be submerged in water to keep it cool. Because it produces some the rate at which it removes water... I should have realised it. The rate at which it removes water, heat from water, is absurd. And someone pointed out the calculation, and it was ridiculous. Alrighty. Just vombotting an outpost. I actually need more roboports too. What do we need? Stations. One of these should have had stations in them. Apparently. Although apparently not. I'm gonna have to check into that. I need to update the oil because that's still old. That's for barreling, I believe, the steel chest. Actually, no, I think it's actually for the trash outpost. Which I need to do too, this thing. Am I out of... Nope, there it goes. 3 of them. Let's grab just 2 more stacks. Let's go all out. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, actually that kind of works. So this is outpost trash. And that train's actually going to reclaim all this stuff automatically. And I'm out of... Nope. What are we going to call this? Stone... Is there really... Wow. Stone 5. Oh. Yeah, the stone crisis is deepening. Call it stone 1. Also, why was there 2, 4, 5... You... Okay, it's fine, it's backstrain. I always worry, because just in case something gets named incorrectly. So 713 are you. Back it up. If I was smart, I'd actually do this. Stone, less than 30k. And then it will sort of even out the mining. In theory. It worked on one of the iron outposts that I did it on. There's no squeaky through there. Might do that. Oh, I just can't reach it at all. I think that's all of them. Oopsie. Scoop that up. So what I've gone and done is I've done all that. Can I actually... No. Hold it. Anything about that? It's very tempting to reload module inserter. It is a very useful mod. Now... Ka-chink. And one of these days I'll learn to add a storage chest to that. Ever tried Logistics Train Network? I've looked into it. It looked complicated. Can you blueprint over now? I could. I could. How's that look? 31k, just like that. Now, where's my blueprint? Stone. Number 1. I think it actually just zipped by. Let's just make sure nothing broke. All seems okay. Yep, it's lit up. Has it sent a train? It has, actually. Oh wait, that's copper. Never mind. Can't get to stone one. Oh yeah, there's no path. Do you have no path? Hmm. It's not bad for basic. You send a signal to the station you want. Oh yeah. Why is it no pathing? Huh. What's missing? Or is it the exit track that's missing? Yeah, it's the exit track that's missing. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's very stupid Factorio. Whenever I'm about to type something into a text box, it goes like, ugh. The keyboard is hungry. What I might do... trash all that crap. Like so. I like how I've jumped out of the train and I'm still not going anywhere. Train. Train. Now we're moving. Yeah. Now I can finally deconstruct all this crap. Actually, I can start from the bottom entirely. I need to walk back down, because I mean, basically, when I get to the top, I'm back in the base. Ben Gosden, thank you for follow. Okay. I can get nommed, and this can get nommed, and this can get nommed. Bye bye, Stone Outpost. I'm getting a merch soon. I'd like to. I need to get in contact with someone who can do emotes and such. I had a few offers, but nothing. Haven't heard anything back yet. I should ask Neelis. The person he used for all his channel art. I think it was the same person Exterminator used, actually. Poor Veldak. No emojis. Oh yeah, in relation to Total Annihilation, remember, Moho mines are Mojo mines. Oh, that's an old one. Hey, Liquid Media, how's it going? Got your coffee in hand, I hope? I just finished mine. Hey, Terminator, did you say something before? I'm not seeing it in chat, that's all. It's really annoying the chat. As I say, the ongoing... Oh, no, you didn't. Okay. Just joined. Right. How many hours would you estimate you put into this factory? Well, there's... the nearly 900 hours of recorded time, but then there's the... most of that was spent below 60 UPS, so it's actually probably well over 1,000. Probably 1,200, 1,300 hours. Hey-oh, Sunny Honey Bunny with 3995. Wow. You've been busy harvesting those ad bits. Damn, thank you very much. Yeah, it's like $60 worth or something. It's absurd. Yeah, thank you very much. The, actually speaking of it, the bits thing's way down since, the December charity bits. Christmas died and now they have to take a while to farm. I have a button to watch ads to farm them, but it doesn't work. It just says, please try again later. Korean kidnap and soju for very nice lunch. Ooh. That's a very early lunch too, isn't it? Because you're behind, aren't you? Or is it just a very late lunch? How many green chips? 68 blue belts worth. Whatever that is. I think it's 168,000. Oh yeah, this is only the top half. Well, this is the top quarter. This is the other top quarter. Almost 9 AM, but been here since 5 AM. Ah, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, so this is the other top quarter. And then there's 2 bottom quarters here. And that forms this here, which is the 68 blue belts. It's not actually doing much at the minute. Farther, thank you for the follow there. I do appreciate follows. And everyone hanging out. Although I don't necessarily say it very well. I do appreciate it. I lunch 2 times. Yeah, when you work weird hours, eventually every meal becomes lunch. That's the way it works. I know this from past experience. Where your hours eventually gets to the point where everything becomes lunch. It's 1 AM. I think it's lunchtime. How many trains do I have? So, what is there? There's 4 for each out. So, the way this works is that there's 4 trains for each outpost that are controlled by combinators. And then there's 15, soon to be 20 iron, and 15, soon to be 20 copper trains. And 5 stone trains. So what is that? It was... what did I say? It was like 160 or something? So it's 120... Smoky Panda, I think if I follow there. 120 iron and copper trains combined. And then that many... Damn it, Dan! Thank you for the follow too. What did I say? It was... I did have the... I'm pretty sure I might have the... No. I don't have the command on hand to count trains. It's hard to dig up. What is it? It's, 20 there. 5 was 20. And what I say was 120. Hey, Lucas, and evil... You'd agree with that. Oh, is there a way to only remove concrete below buildings using bots? There is. So you go to the deconstruction planner, right click on it, and go to tiles, and then in this drop down menu go only, and it will only pick up tiles now. So I can do that, and see it's only targeting concrete. You can go one step further, and filter it to only concrete, and now it will only target concrete out of all of them. Bore patches must be crazy. They're actually not that crazy. They're pretty mild. They're generally in the like 6, that's 8.7, 6, 8, 8, 4, 8. Once you get over here, you're into 8 again. No, there it is, the 17. Yeah, it's not actually that big, all things considered. Train command. So everything with speed 3, all the mining rules are, yeah. Productivity where productivity is needed. Velocity, thank you for that too. Yeah, like productivity here. Productivity is the biggest benefit. It saves so much resources. What are we waiting on now? Probably space. Yeah, the... there it is. It's a bit thin. It's probably starting to recover. Where's the thingy? Yeah. Oh, there's a bit of gappage there. It's a bit of gappage. But it's recovering. Sandwiches are great for any meal. Especially if it's toasted. I'm not a fan of cold sandwiches. I like toasted better. Oh, pizza's even better again. Omelette love? Oh, yes. A good omelette. Spanish omelette or something. Oh, it's over there. Times like this you need Exterminator to be around. Talking about pizzas and omelettes. Just doing some weeding. I thought I'd cleared it. Turns out I had. Unless it's an omelette sandwich. Crack a egg on a frozen pizza. Oh dear. Let's not go into that territory. I wouldn't dare crack an omelette on a... crack an egg on a pizza. But pizza's a very divisive topic. Some people will love it with egg and just all of the different meats, and some people will have it with pineapple. Some have it with anchovies and others don't like that. Anchovies are alright on pizza. With pineapple versus no pineapple holy wars. That is true. Yep, and the true heretics are the ones that hate pineapple on pizza. That has to be said, just putting it out there. Pretty sure Japanese... it's like that. There's at least one, probably several pizzas with egg on it. I think an Australian pizza has egg on it. It's disgusting. Normally what they serve. What they call an Australiana pizza. Nasty. I think that's something we can agree on. And seafood pizzas, they're nasty. I like how I'm just weeding with railway track. You don't digest pineapple, pineapple digests you. I think it's more that, like a Hawaiian or pineapple pizza. Oh, I don't want to say pineapple pizza because that could potentially be something else entirely. But it's more of a confined flavor to what people expect. They expect more of a, I guess you call it a hamburger with a lot when it comes to pizza. Basically just a smush of every kind of flavor. And pizzas like margarita and Hawaiian, and I guess pepperoni too. They're they're much more constrained for flavours. And I think that's why people don't like them. There's a simple Michael clean concrete, no decolor on concrete stone bricks. It's not a bad idea. Thinning out again. Having said that, like I got to clean underneath all objects. I might actually write a command just to clean the base in the end. Like all that's covered in decoratives. Because the decoratives was added after the base. How do you get your lawn so pristine? I build railways over them and then tear them down. Whee! Only play it works with, yeah, it's the same problem that I have. I'd be fine if the decoratives were there first, but they weren't. Let's pull up some more trains. Because I need to double the number of trains cycling here. I don't want to turn decoratives off. The problem is I did a decorative regenerate. And so decoratives were placed, were regenerated. Hey, the wolf and GM Turner. Likes to have a complex and else for lunch. Imaginary calories and better for the waistline. No, it isn't nearly as tasty though. Because if I didn't want decoratives, I wouldn't have run the regenerate command. It's because the original RSO, it's to try and hide the fact, kind of try and hide the fact that the old terrain doesn't make very good use of the new textures. Just blueprint the base, tear it up. It's not. You say that as if it's a stupid idea, but it could be something I could do. Well, that's 60 seconds. And off you go. Should be able to remove them with a certain radius. I think if I opened it in the map editor, I could fix it that way. Or with creative. Just snag my cable again. I hope you didn't hear too much in the way of scratching. The rustling of this thing. Where's this other train at? Oh, it's coming in now. There we go. To leave it running. Blueprint base. Yeah, it would. It's actually logistically quite a lot harder than it sounds because I need I need to make a huge temporary storage of everything. The game would drop to like no UPS. I wouldn't be able to tear up any power or roboports. Yeah, it would take a very long time basically. Wouldn't be that exciting. I need to go over there and re-drill that. That's copper 6. I also do have a can command that will do it for me. I just haven't run it yet. What I said was copper 5. Copper 5? Copper 6. Thin or thick crust? Thin crust pepperoni, not stuffed crust. Got to be some love for the stuffed crust. Or deep pan. I think deep pan Pizza Hut was the good one. Yeah, Pizza Hut tastes cheap though. Which is funny because it's still better than Domino's. Pizza Hut cheese. It depends where you are in the world too. Stuffed crust is for kids. You're not wrong there. The chain pizza stores, they use pretty cheap, nasty ingredients. But it does vary on your region. Because I believe here Pizza Hut's quite a lot better than what I understand of the US Pizza Huts. From what I understand. And then it's also city specific too. Your experience in different cities may vary. Johnny 5 is 117. Thank you for follow. Oh yeah, your local, your sort of local pizza place is always better. It just depends on whether or not you have access to one. The place where I get the Pizza Hut from, well, when I haven't actually had it in ages now, but when I had the Pizza Hut, it was because there was no other choice. There was a vegan one. Well, actually, it was a really nice pizza place, and then it turned into a vegan pizza place. And then there's another one as well, which is more of a gourmet one, which isn't bad, but they only open at like 5 o'clock in the evening. So there's no chance of a lunchtime pizza. Which is what we wanted. Costco all food's good. It isn't just good because it's good as in mediocre good. Let's recover this stuff. Because why not? Alright, where am I going to go? I need more iron. Let's adventure out for iron. So I could grab that one. I might just do that. I need to move that to there. I suppose I could split it out into a 3. Costco sells more pizza than any other company. Damn. Making you hungry. It's a good thing exterminators are in here. Maybe dying of starvation, poisoning. Ah, that one's done. Oh, I can't deconstruct with green wire now, can I? Or can I? Let's get rid of that. That. That no longer needs to be there. How are you? I'll keep that lot just for backup charging. It's very much getting to the point where I could probably split them up. Look how far away it is now. Yeah, I probably should rebuild these. and relay them. Maybe split them up. What do we got here? That's an engine build. Electric engine build specifically. How to get red engine out? Let's see. Yeah, it's a bit of a flaw with that thing. I can't remember. I think it was actually meant to go out the other way. Or use a different colour belt. Let's have a look. Let's go back to the October map. There it is. I'm ordering pizza right now, of course. Back when 16 generation didn't suck as bad. There you go, goes out the other end. That's how it's meant to be laid out. So that blueprint book was meant to be laid out according to this. This is the prototype 16 map for the blueprint book. So nice to be at 6060A too. And so it was meant to be things either side of the bus with dedicated circuits at one side. Engines come in. Oh yeah, stuff's getting killed. There's a biter attack that eats stuff, like there. Oh, that's new. They've never eaten that power pole before every time I load this map. But yeah, so it goes out of the engines into electric engines and then out of electric engines out that way. So that's how it's meant to be built. And you know, it just collects more intermediate crap into the science. And I had things like mining drills and assembly machines up there, and they went down into science. Yeah, the main thing is it goes engines out into electric engines and then out. So yeah. What you can do is pick up this part and move it further away, and that's pretty much how I always did it. And then then it can just come out there. Yeah, just move this thing further away. This thing. Let's go back to here. No prod in engines? No, that's an early base. I think that's still pre-prod modules. Yes, it's before the point where you would have modules. Foil. What do I want? Let's say copper 12. Off we go. What's this one got in it? 30k. It's building up. I might send a train down eventually. I think it's just been lacking. Is it? 5, 6. That's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 32k, there we go. Yeah, it has one train assigned to it, okay. It was a fairly well-established starter base. It was up to high-tech science. Oh yeah, and it's intended for multiplayer. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Ugh. Yeah, well, I'd say minimum 4, really. Oh yeah, just zoom straight through. Beep beep, I'm a Jeep coming through. I saw that actually a few days ago. I was walking down a street and there was a road closed to construction. I think they were digging up the sewer line or something. And I saw this Jeep roll up to it. Just came down the road, rolled up to the sign where it said road closed. They just went onto the wrong side of the road and just kept ploughing on through into the construction zone. It's just the definition of a Jeep driver right there. Why you own a Jeep. Or that's the personality of the Jeep driver. Rules are meant for the people below me. And brakes. Reverse-o-matic. I think I know where they get it from. Bye, bots. How many bots is in there? You can't arrest me, my dad's a lawyer. Yeah. Alright. Hey, Gomez. I was working on the base. I need to add some more iron outposts now to recover the iron. Am I one of those Jeep drivers? Not really. See, around here, in the civilized world, there's not a strong desire to have the biggest car on the market for reasons of size anxiety. Alrighty. Let's pull in here. Get the first outpost going. Did I deconstruct the other iron 3? No. Oh, right. Where the hell was it? It's down here. Oh, that's right. I had to clean it out. Now I can. So I can kill that. Kill the controller. You need to kill the train stops and the controller, and then it will no longer exist. Kill all that. And that. And that. And that, and that, and that, and that. Kill the constant combinator, then it'll trash everything. So now, this should have blanked out, yep. So I got, currently the system has room for 2 more iron. And so I'll also need to add some more slots so I can add iron 16 to the mix. That's not going to get me anywhere. That will though. Now, I think that is actually what I want. Iron outpost. Can't arrest me, my dad's Ugandan knuckles. Very good, sir. Have a good day, sir. Option about outposts that will build self once train. That's something I've looked into and I can't be bothered setting up. And the time it takes to just... Because you got to go out there and do the initial building in the first place. So you might as well just do the whole lot. Get it over and done with. something something Knuckles what? Yeah, basically. How are you not getting power? Also, I need this again. It's 1, 2. Huh, it's already active. I missed the track. Aww. Ah. Ah. Aww. Aww. Worst. So that's still receiving crap. Yes. Yes, it is. Ordering a whole 3-foot pizza. They charge by the slice. That's a lot of pizza. Outposting shouldn't take too long. I mean, I'm pretty. Oh, that outpost's already done. As far as like the trains are ready to go. I just need to add mining drills and bots now. You can tell I've done it once or twice before. You know, and you can also click and, like this blueprint I've got, I can click and drag. Click and drag vertically, I might use, not horizontally. I want pizza now. Just grab the whole lot. And that's that done. Excellent. Okay, let's bring some power down. Bring substations just so I get some power coverage for roboports. If you do the blueprints just right, then it doesn't overlap. That's the trick. Pizza, you say? What do we got? Oh. $610% out of each patch, basically, yeah. 608%. But I get what you mean there. Oh, need one more. There we go. So what do you got? 100k. How long till the trains get here? They're hungry. There we go. Just anticipating one of these trains being one of the trains. Okay. Oh, no more track. Why are they having so much trouble exiting? Interesting. That's going to be something that I might have to investigate. You can also tessellate miners. I could do that too. I tend not to invest too much thought into mining drill placement. I know there's quite a few tricks you can do. Is everyone except for Iron 6 is going? I think the next step will be to split this up and redo that junction. Also, I better do this. Seeing as they're all no pathing and such. In theory, you can drag horizontally if you pre-clear the patch. The issue is spamming poles and chests in there if you shift click, which shouldn't happen if you go vertically. Although actually, come to think of it, you will. Hey, an excuse to use this. Or maybe one of the other crazy intersections. I really just want an excuse to use this thing. If I can find it again. Apparently I can't for some reason. Uh-oh. Why are you red? Huh. That's very interesting. Why? Why were you going there? Oh. That's why. I didn't leave construction bots there too. Holy crap, that's a lot of highlighted stuff. Oh, I didn't pay attention. I was paying attention to chat for long enough. Think means you can tessellated miners, enables you easily drag and drop. There we go. Okay. Let's have a look at that. Okay. I better get this going. No, so I was wondering what was going on now, and yeah, it's just all the trains waiting. Oh, works for me. I really need to finish this thing off. I don't think I'm achieving anything right now by doing all that. No, I'm not. That's actually better. Let's go back to there. Let's see. There. Just substation all around it. Now trash. I need to make a mirror version of this thing too. Sign 6. And more outpost trash. There we go. And what sort of grid? They're on their own grid system. So they're not on a specific, like they're not on a chunk grid, they're on their own grid. But as long as you stick to the thing and don't do what I do and chop and change the junctions too much, it means that no matter what, a track will always connect back up to itself. I don't need that many. That's what it means to be grid. On grid. Is it connects back up to itself like a train set sort of thing. Like train set track. That's not enough bots. That's entirely too many bots. So that's 9, 638, 738. Good enough. More bots. There's always more bots. Not jealous of the train size? It's not that big, really. Well, this nuclear fuel's made 282 is really practical. Okay. Six. Did I actually make that? Yeah, I did. Just checking. Just checking. Is it alive? It's alive. Your whole base runs on 1-2 trains. Oh. They're cute little baby trains, yes. Okay, so that's active. Let's get the hell out of here. Well, I say that, but I need to build a third outpost yet. I need to build iron 16 here. Picture of a slice of pizza, eh? Yep, I'll have that. Get one of them, there, those straight lines. Oh, I'm going to be putting it on top of ore. Oh well. Do what I normally do. There we go, already done. Why colour the lines on tracks? Oh, that's the signal guide. What's... Might be able to... Oh, F it. I had to set up Iron 16. Jingly boo, thank you for follow. Because, like, I'd have to do all the wiring and everything to make it actually fit. I just don't want to have to do that. That's the whole idea of the grid system, is that you don't have to spend time fiddling around doing that sort of crap. See some mining drills. Tracks, okay. Inserters. A few more construction bots. I think that's everything. Not quite. There we go. Now it's everything. Hey, Sam, yes. Oh, I need signals. There we go. I got signals now. At least I built the mining drills close to the unload this time, or the loading this time. That was maybe 600. There we go. Should I actually set the other one? I hope I did. It'd be embarrassing if I didn't, wouldn't it? If I didn't set the requests. I'll wrap up what I'm doing here and fix that. Drive the trains there myself, yes. Sure. Surprise not baked into the blueprint. It just means I need 3 different blueprints. What are you missing? Ah, there it goes. There's 5 more outposts. Oh yeah. So miss any? I don't think I did. I saw the flashing red, but I think it was fine. There we go. How many others? That's all the iron there. There's one more there. 3 more there. I am running out though, like of actual patches to tap. There's 3 more there. To the point where I'm going to need some set up artillery and start pushing out. There's still that one there and this one that I need to do. Post I set up in version 13 and never touched since. What do you have? 98k. I did actually have the different unloaders baked into the blueprint. At least at some point. How's this looking? Busy. I'm half expecting to see... yeah, there it is. The empty trains coming through. Does seem to be reasonably effective now. That new track layout. I need to clean up that still, I think. But it's otherwise, this is working really well. There is a risk that trains will get stranded back here though. And then back up all the way down, but I think it might be okay. How's that? It's still not seeing trains. At least that is starting to get towards the end. So what are we at? We're 229 or 251, so we are well and truly exceeding production. So they're all keen to go there. I am making nuclear fuel, yeah. Most of the trains are running on nuclear fuel. There's a few still running on rocket fuel. I keep finding rocket fuel loaders here and there. But I've been slowly converting over. I think I've got nearly everything now. Cut out. Poor train wants to go down there. I'm just sort of waiting to see how the iron unloads react to it, see if it catches up or not. What I might also do, now that we're back here, just trash all that, most of that, and that, and that, and that. I might as well get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Being able to do... able to notice, how does your train system deal with route assignment? Is it just mainly assigned trains? Each train is predetermined where it goes, and it just sends however many it needs. So like there's 4 trains for Iron 1, 4 trains for Iron 2, and so on. It can't dynamically send them anywhere. You'd need smart trains for that. Now I need to go down and change how many outposts it cycles through and add 16 to 20. This will determine whether or not I need the changes that I've set up, because it might get too slow to update. Yeah, each one has a unique name, so each outpost is named Iron 1, Iron 2. I'll put this back on, so yeah, Iron 16's there, 3, 6. So these 4 trains plus this one, they're all assigned to it. And this one has 4. This one doesn't have any, as it turns out, because I haven't built it yet. So I need to add a display section for it, at the very least. See, currently it can't see Iron 16 because it doesn't even get to it. Oh, it's assigned to the one above. It actually shouldn't do that anymore. I need to change the light. There we go. But your trash fancy is cool. It's nothing fancy actually. It just turns the station on when there's something waiting, and the train just goes round one by one to each one, which has this thing. It just goes round one by one to each one, which is unlocked. It's really simple, but it's very effective. It may not necessarily be the fastest thing around, but it'll get there. Change that to 16. Oh, apparently not. Alright, this is 15. I might as well just change it to 20. It's going to take much longer to cycle now, though. Nope. Why didn't you take? What's wrong with it? Oh, right. There's missing a wire in there. There we go. So that's now... Huh. Oh, wait. Where are we? Here. So that's 6... Oh. Damage. That's 16. That should have settled this lot too. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we'll see if it sequences through. So iron, stone. You can see how slow it is now. There it goes. Oh, they're not flashing. Oh, it's not connected, that's why. Oops. What's about copper trains? I think it's overshot slightly on how many it needs. Train new. Slowly walking over to the stone. Slowly walking, slowly walking. Probably no good if trash pickups operating on a continuous base. Yeah. It, Do I... No, I didn't get my stuff. It should be settled right now. Yeah, so it's not doing anything right now. But when I go trim an outpost, say... what do you like? There. And then as soon as it gets delivered into the trash... As soon as it gets delivered... There it goes. So it's now going off, and only that one has been turned on. There, so it'll only go there. So it'll find its way there. But if I was to start trimming others, then it would start coming to these as well, one by one. And so it'll come to this, go to the trash, come here, and then, yeah, back and forth, back and forth. And it does, I have noticed that it does tend to run for, like if I do a lot of this, it'll run for quite a while. But it does get the job done. I've changed this role. Oh, the chain thing was always there. That's never changed. It's just a lot of other things around it that were the problem. There are actually still quite a few. Yeah, trains always repath when they're stopped at a chain signal. Every 5 seconds. But only if there was multiple stops. You basically always want multiple stops. Multiple destinations to make sure it always happens. Why it isn't always there, I genuinely don't understand. Except a suit with nearly as many legs as you can supply with one reactor. You can do that, and battery the rest. Can. That's not something I'm a fan of. 6 legs is plenty fast. Just trim a bit of that. So is this actually... No, it's not connected. Ah. You're one. Stone one. Oh, crap. Damn it. I double named an outpost. That's bad when that happens. I has the shizzle now. Yeah, double naming outposts is really bad for the system. Because now I can't remove it easily. You can't rename it. Because then it will rename to both. It gets messy. As the short answer. Because you can't guarantee that if I name it to Stone 2, then the Stone 2 trains will inherit Stone 1 as well. And there's a bit of unpredictability about that too. Is it not getting engines or something? I bet it isn't. Nope. Over simulated with the auto host of 24. End up mass naming stations, yes. There's got to be watch out for that. I know what it is. It's because I forgot to replace the insert back into the network. So I need one of these. So to that. Blueprint it. And come back up here. There we go. $80. 92. 104. There he is. I love that. That's definitely a 16 change. It's enough fuel to last it like 3 eternities. So they can manage. Do you think you'll ever rebuild the whole base and make it bigger? There's a chance. It's a bit either way though. On the way 4, on the way 5. Just gotta wait for that now. Let's start painting these down. I don't want to wander out of bot range though. You joined? Yes, it is joined. While that's waiting to come down here, let's see now. Iron hold 16. Iron hold 16. There and there. I don't think anyone... I don't know how many people actually seen me program this, because it's been so long. I don't know how, but usually... it magically does what you mean, maybe the newest clone of the station. Auto lose. What if you just deconstruct the station and... I'll have to go to the further stone one, deconstruct the stations... remove... then reprogram it to the correct... setting. So these are only released at blue greater than 0. It goes to iron 16. Waits for inventory full. Or... time passed. Why is jumping around like that? Iron 16. Oh, another one. Nice, just in time to see a train action clap. Ooh. Actually, it should show red to say that there's... No, because the combinator itself is not connected, so that's fine. Then iron... unload, what is it called? Base drop iron, I think. I've forgotten now, it's been so long. Iron plate unload? Plate load? I've really forgotten. Drop iron. That's how long it's been since I've done these train orders. That's how effective the system is. Went past it. We also have a time condition on that too. Two, 4, 6, 8. Just double checking because I know I have a habit of miscounting those things. Hooray! Hey, Alexis Nuts, how's it going? You're right, you're right, you're right, and you're right. Double tap that. Here we go. It's the first time I've added a new outpost in... Oh. Did that? No, it didn't. It's fine. I was worried I had a half a train running away again. Pretty good. Wonderful. How's the factory going? It's, it got up to full speed, and then it ran out of iron. And still just a little bit behind again. Space packs again. It's otherwise running pretty good. I think I just whacked the microphone too then. Poor ears. Actually remembering how your builds work is a good sign they're good builds. Yes. So they're off. I feel like there's something wrong with signalling there. I'm going crazy. I've got 3 more. I'll have to fill out all these eventually. There we go. It's good enough for now. That's quite a queue there. So the downside is that they don't choose until it starts backing up. I bet they're like iron 14. Yeah, it is. What's after it? Iron 5. Iron 3. Yeah, it's adequate. $12, $3. Just gonna zip straight in. 9 and 14. 10. 12. So everyone's going to escape now. Was that Game Monster OFR? Thank you for following me. Why wait you? Oh, you're 10. Has to wait for that. Not 11. It's better. Too much junk open. Game Monster Offie. That's what it was. But thank you for the follow. Look at me being all professional, like trying to get the names right for a change. Instead of just pretending. Nexus Null, thank you for the follow too. I appreciate it. Just looking at what's happening on Will's Discord. I generally like what's happening though. It's 235 to 225, so like I'm making more ore than I'm producing, so I should catch up eventually. Regional smelting price, faster train stations, ideally. Find what everyone thinks is either central or local smelting. What about regional smelting? It's something I've thought about, but it's too hard. It's logistically a pain. It's a lot of copper suddenly. A lot of trains just moving in general too. making more than I'm producing. That sounds funny now. What I mean, I'm mining more than I'm consuming, basically. That's what I mean to say. Hey, Well and Shadow, how's it going? Meep moop, meep moop. Can you ask? Sure can. Let's go down here. Oh, you did the transfer stations thing. I always thought about doing that, but never did. I know Made It In loves it here. Song of my people. There you go. Sounds of wind chimes. It does. Short trade guys, FFF base, and turn off the background music and make those global. Now, Valiant Shadow is saying, yeah, storage chest controlled by combinators when it feels like 50 iron plate. In a constant the base will have 50 iron plates so we can show how much is there. That's I keep getting distracted by this. So I've been working on a system which maintains a level in every main base. I'm sort of hoping the train will go pi sometime soon. Smart Trains mod? Oh, okay. Is this... I don't know if Shred Guy's set up specifically. Did he use Smart Trains for it? There's one of the sounds that just has no reverb in it. Don't think so. I think it's that one. It sounds like it has no reverb in it. It just sounds flat. Some point soon, I'm hoping... Oh, non-stack inserts. Yeah, I'm just looking for the train. But yeah, there's this thing here basically does that. So this is requesting 20 nuclear fuel to be maintained in the network, as well as some trains and wagons. And that's what it does. So it sends a signal out whenever there's less than. Well, the first thing it also does is keep it in the network so it won't get trashed. But it also sends it out on the red wire on my train network. And then it comes back to here. And then this control thing stores it and then requests it. This is an improved version of the one that I had. It's still not great, but it's unless you mean logistic train network. It might actually be different again, though. I think it might have been more sophisticated than... What Shred Guy had was more sophisticated than this. This only sends stuff out. It doesn't transfer in between different outposts. There's train now. What's it gonna do? Nothing. wait until it does something. There it goes. So something's requested iron plate. I think nuclear wants iron plate. And away it goes. Just like that. Set of build availability is not yet. It's still very glitchy. Although I haven't had to poke it with a stick in a while, so it might be actually be working finally. That's a better TV emote. Have a common plus logistics. That's just exactly what you want. It sounds like a logistics train network type thing. But yeah, this thing effectively does it, but it's oh, look at that. You can see it's consuming iron plate, so it's going up. That's still not working right though, but it's like the train's just constantly shuffling iron plate and it really shouldn't be. And I haven't sorted that out yet. All dem chimes. Ours still look pretty bad. Trash supplies got messy when I started setting up the home station with unload and load situation. Yeah, it gets nasty. Just imagine adding any to any destination to that. It gets crazy. It's cray cray. I want to get it eventually. I'd probably get it if I sat down and actually spent time on it. 3 at once. Speaking of 3 at once, might actually get some decent steel going. It's just the end one needs iron ore. So I can get down to the end. 1.4, 900. Really just needs to store more. It's wibble wobbling. It might catch up eventually. Not holding my breath though. Go train, go train. That ain't 100% right either. Oh, it's missing, yeah. It's missing the circuit connection. It's actually turning off stations, it is. Couldn't remember if I got rid of that or not. It's actually working better now, the turning off station. It's not causing that spazzing out anymore. How many... Oh yeah, how many belts am I unloading onto is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 there. 8 belts going into each smelter. It is a pretty high demand setup. Steel is 1 unload per steel smelter, which also happens to be 8, but it drains slower than the iron plate one. Back with a new keyboard? Ooh. Yeah, so I haven't connected the unload stations properly. Yeah. Let's go have a look. Yeah. Let's see now. Suppose I could just use the chains to relay. I have to run the wire up. Do something like that. Where's my trains at? Typing on this one is so different. The caps are new. Ah. F and G have worn out. Still waiting for trains. Oh, another productivity. What are we at? 2,600. Still just need that last smelter to go. It's a struggle every time getting the damn smelting going. Get that space science happening. I'm trying to see some jams here. That's getting to be a problem. Well, oh, it's just run out, that's why. I was like, why is that thin? No, it's run out. Anyway, I think... Do I want to wrap it up now?